making a coffee always sets me off on the right foot. Yes, block out time for emails, flopping in every aspect of my life. Hello everyone, what is up and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Amanda. I create lifestyle, college, entrepreneurship, and some pop culture content, and I'm excited for you to possibly join the little community that we got going on. I literally don't even know how to intro this anymore, and I've been doing YouTube for like 5 years, so bear with me. But welcome to today's video. I thought in the light of like school starting and all these things, I would do a little video on how to stay productive and motivated because I've been having some trouble. It's just like, I don't know. It's hard to stay productive, it's hard to stay motivated, and I just compiled a list of things that help me stay productive and me stay motivated. And I thought I would share it with you guys because I know we're all struggling out there, and it's okay to struggle. It's okay to realize that like you're not as productive as you want to be, and you don't have to be productive every single day. I just want to put that out there. You don't need to be productive every single day because it's just like it's not feasible. It's not feasible. I also dyed my hair back to black, so that's a thing. We are back to black, so love that for us. But yeah, welcome to the channel, and I hope you enjoy your stay. So I compiled a list of around 25 plus different ways that I believe we can stay productive and motivated, and it would not be an Amanda video or Amanda's tips or recommendations without having coffee on that list. So obviously having coffee just motivates me, keeps me productive. I don't know if it's the actual caffeine or it's like just the taste of it or the aesthetic of it, I don't know, but making a coffee always sets me off on the right foot, always sets me off on a good day. We got this new cup that my friend Sarah got me. It says, "You got this." It's blue, it's teal, it's cute, it's a vibe. We're going to make a coffee in this. Okay, so we got our coffee here. There's a ray of sunlight flying in, but anyways, we got our coffee here, and I'm ready to go through more things on the list. So another thing that I have is to create a morning routine. Having a morning routine is super important, and I feel like that can like just set off your whole day on the right foot. Now, I'm not saying to have this like 5-hour morning routine kind of thing going on, like no. Just have some staple things that you have in your morning routine, whether it be doing a skincare routine, doing some ice face rolling or ice rolling. I don't know what it's called. I have one. I don't use it a lot, but rolling ice on your face, like, you know, the ice roller. Okay. Having a morning journal, having a morning meditation, having, I don't know, you know what I mean though? Like having something that you do every single morning, whether it be one thing or like multiple things, having a staple morning routine can really just set you off on the right foot, get you motivated, and get you started for the day. Going off of that, something that I do every single day, we're gonna say 6 to 7 times a week, something that I do is create to-do lists. To-do lists are my best friend. To-do lists are my savior. To-do lists are something that if I didn't have, I probably would be flopping in every aspect of my life. So having to-do lists are super, super key. I mean, just like having a list of things that I have to get done that day and like crossing it off. Why did I hold my arm like that? Crossing it off just feels so good, and I feel so like motivated after that. I'm like, oh, look at me, like look at me doing all these things. But yeah, having a to-do list, super key. I would also suggest starting off with the small things and then getting to the big things, because I mean, I don't know if it's probably a psychological thing, but even if I put like, I don't know, answered one email, I'm going to write that and I will cross it off. And after crossing that off, I'm like, damn, like look at me go. So I think it's like very psychological thing, but having a to-do list, super key, definitely recommend. And I don't know, it's just very motivating, like I said. Another thing I would suggest is using like colorful aesthetic, like highlighters, pens. I don't know if it's just me, but like using those things just makes me very happy. It puts me in a happy mood. Like having a cute aesthetic like planner, having a cute aesthetic notebook, like pens, pencils, highlighters, like I don't know what about it, but it just feels good, you know, it just hits me the right way. Another thing I would actually suggest doing is like weekly planning. So I would plan, like basically what I do is I plan out my week on the Sunday night. Every Sunday night I have this little routine where I go through my planner, I see everything that I have to do for the week, and then I do like a really big to-do list, and I really plan out every single thing for the week. So it's not like a mini one, it's like a big one, like Monday to Sunday, like what I gotta get done. And I feel like that just helps me. Sunday night, I'm like, okay, we're getting ready for a new week. We're getting into it. Let me plan for the week. I don't know. It just like lets me see like, oh, like, is this going to be a really busy week? Is this going to be like a moderate week? Or is this going to be like a really, really chill week? And that just helps me plan for the week ahead. I don't know. I think planning weekly really does help, and it's been a very, very big changer in my life. This one is super important, but it's to remember your why. Remember your motivation. Like, why are you doing whatever you're doing? Like whether you are having trouble staying motivated for school, it's like, why are you studying? What are you studying? Where are you going to get after you're done studying? Like, what is the career that you're looking for after you're done studying? That could be your motivator. If you're working on your own business and having trouble staying motivated or productive, remember your why. Remember why you started this business. What motivated you to start this business? Where you want to be with this business in a few years? How you want to get there? Like, that's another thing. Or if you're already in your career path, your dream career path, and you're just waking up and you're like, oh, why am I doing this? Remember how much you dreamed of this career path. Remember how much you dreamed of getting here, and you're there now. So use that as your motivation. Just keep remembering your why. Remember why you started this, why you're doing this, and what you're looking for, and why you should stay motivated. Another thing that I think is super important is time blocking. That's something that I've been trying to do more. Sometimes I fall off track with it, but time blocking I think is just something that psychologically will make you better in a way, because like if I time block like 2 to 5 p.m. I'm working on my schoolwork only. Like in my head I would be like, okay, from 2 to 5, like that's what I'm doing. And after that, whatever I have on my time block, I just like, I don't know. I like to follow a schedule. So having like a schedule, like even if it's ridiculous, like I put 1 to 2, like watch a movie or watch a TV show or watch 2 episodes of your show, like in my head, I'm like, if that's what I'm supposed to be doing at 1 to 2, that's what I'm going to be doing. So I think time blocking can be either a hit or miss for certain people. It depends on your personality type. But for me, time blocking, essential, something that I got to do. Another thing that I personally think is super crucial is to eat breakfast. Doesn't have to be this huge glamorous meal. Like it can literally be a smoothie or a shake or something like that. But I personally think that if you eat breakfast, you start your day off right, because food actually gives you a lot of nutrients and energy, and without it we like go slumpish, if that's the word. But I think having even a small or big breakfast is important and can actually help you stay productive and motivated throughout the day. Something that I'm still having trouble with is to eliminate distractions. My biggest distraction is my phone, but it's like kind of difficult because I work from my phone, so it's hard because like, you know, when you're working or you're doing schoolwork or anything, like going on Instagram, going on TikTok, like you tell yourself in your mind, oh, I'll only go on for like 5-10 minutes, and then you catch yourself an hour later like still scrolling and you're like, what the fuck? So try your best to eliminate distractions. I know for a lot of us in this like generation or this era or whatever, working on our phones is something that a lot of people do, so it's really hard. But there's ways that you can like put it on do not disturb, so like you won't see the notifications or things like that. So trying to eliminate your distractions is super important and super difficult at the same time. I would also suggest to block off time for emails. Yes, block out time for emails. If you are a content creator, if you are a business owner, whatever it may be, block off time for emails. I'd say give yourself 30 to 45 minutes to just go through your entire, well, not your entire, depends how much emails you get. I know some people get a lot, but I would suggest just blocking off time for like emails and stuff, because you actually would be surprised how much time consuming emails can be. So if you give yourself 30 to 45 minutes to just do that, you will be saving yourself a headache. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Something that I've been trying to incorporate into my like lifestyle or like my day-to-day life is to leave myself at least one day for like a mental health day. Doesn't mean I'll just be sitting in bed like doing nothing, but like leave myself a day to like read all day if I want to, watch Netflix all day if I want to, just relax. Like if you can't give yourself a full day, at least give yourself half a day, like a half mental health day, because I really believe it's crucial to our productivity and to our motivation. Because if we're working 24/7, yes, a lot of people like to work 24/7. I enjoy working a lot on my own things, but if you don't give yourself time to just chill, relax, and do something that gives you like pleasure and just not focused on working, it will save you a headache, and it'll make you much more motivated and much more excited to get back into the groove, back into the things that you're doing. Something I've also been doing and I think is very helpful but also makes me pee a lot is to stay hydrated. Drink your water. I had a very bad habit of only drinking coffee and like not drinking enough water, so I would get very dehydrated. So stay hydrated. It will help you if you have headaches and things like that too. But just remember then you might pee more, because I've been drinking more water and I've been peeing more. So that's that. But stay hydrated, drink your water, get your fluids in. Another thing that I think is super important is to have sort of like a support group. So if you're a YouTuber, if you are a small business owner, if you're a podcaster, whatever it may be, have like a support group for yourself. So it could be 2 or 3 friends that are doing the same thing as you, because you can always like motivate each other. If you're having a down day, you can talk to them about it. Like having a support system or a support group, I think in my point of view, is very, very motivating. And just hearing your other friends' successes and just hearing how they're doing is very motivating to me. So I would say have a support group. Even in school, like friends, whatever it may be, like Having a support group is super, I think, important and crucial to our own mental health and to our productivity and motivation levels. I would also say to take breaks. Now, people think that they don't need a break, but I am telling you that you need a break. You may think that like breaks aren't important or they're taking like time away from you working on whatever you're working on, but trust me, like even if it's like a 10-15 minute break, you will come back so much re-energized, so much refueled. They're really essential, and I think that we should all take breaks. No matter how short or how long, take a break because your body and your brain needs to. Like you can't be just focusing on one thing for like 7 hours straight. Like your body, your brain needs to take breaks. I also think a piece of advice that I can give to you is to make sure your space is what you want it to be. Either like candles, have cute positive affirmations. What do I have on my desk? I have candles. I have some cute little artwork. I have some concert tickets that are like hanging up over there. Make your space what you want it to be because you're going to be the one spending the most time there. So if it's not to your liking, you won't enjoy your company, like you won't enjoy staying there, you know? So make your space into what you want it to be because that is where you're going to spend most of your time. And if you're not happy and if you're not loving the space that you're in, I don't know what to tell you. It might not be the best environment for you. Going with that, I would also say to work in a clean workspace. As I was saying that, I'm realizing that there's a lot of clutter on my desk right now. I'm probably gonna have to clear that up right after I'm done filming this video. Working in a clean space is very, very crucial. I think just if there's so much clutter, it gives you anxiety. Or it gives me anxiety at least. So having like a clutter-free space can really help you. And 95% of the time my desk is clutter-free, but yeah, like as I'm recording this, it's not. So I'm going to have to clean that up. Following that, I would say to also change up your workspace a bit. So like if you are fully work from home, if you're fully school from home, whatever it may be, if you're fully like self-employed, you will be spending a lot of your time in that certain area. So sometimes it's good to like just get up and like go to the kitchen and like work in the kitchen for like 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be like a half day type of thing. But just changing up your work environment just a tiny bit can really be helpful. If you can also go to cafes and like work from there for a bit, highly recommend. That's something that I would love to do when the cafes were open. Right now they're still closed here, but just changing up your work environment just a tiny bit can be very, very, very helpful. And another piece of advice that I have that goes with the workspace is to get your workspace ready the night before. By this, I mean if you're going to be using a laptop, if you're going to be using a notebook, like just have everything ready on your desk for you so that you don't have to like go in the morning and be like, oh, like I have to go find this in my house. I have to go get this. Oh, I have to charge this. Like you already have everything set and ready for you to go. So you don't really have any excuses to like procrastinate because I am the biggest procrastinator that I've ever met. So just doing those tiny little things, like as small as it sounds, to get your laptop ready on your desk, like it will go a long way, trust me, especially for procrastinators. As you can also see, I have lots of natural light coming into my room. I think having natural light is a very, 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 very important thing. Natural light has so many benefits. It makes you feel something. That's so sad. But like natural light has benefits. I don't know what they are right now, and I'm not going to make them up because that would be very bad. But I know for a fact that natural light has a lot of benefits, and it's just so much nicer than having like that orange light in your room on. Like I don't have my light on in my room right now. I just have natural light coming in, and it feels great. So have as much natural light as you can in your room, in your office space, wherever it is. Natural light, very, very, very crucial. I would also say to have very comfy clothes. So right now, can I stand up? Will you see anything? I'm wearing like this crew neck, and then I'm just wearing these like sweats. Very comfy, and I don't feel uncomfortable because the worst thing that you're gonna do to yourself is wear clothes that make you uncomfortable, and then you're uncomfortable the whole day and that you don't want to work because you're uncomfortable. Sweatpants and crew necks are my go-to. Like obviously if I'm going out or stuff like that, like I'll dress up a bit, but if I'm working from home, like I will be wearing sweats and a hoodie or crew neck like all the time. So comfort is very important. Another good thing to do is to always celebrate your accomplishments, whether they be big or small. Celebrate them all because they all deserve to be celebrated. Like celebrate yourself. And going with that, I would also say to set up a reward system for yourself. So I got this off a website like as a recommendation. I was like, damn, like I should do this. But it says reward yourself with something tangible like dining out at a fine restaurant or buying a special item. Rewarding yourself when you accomplish something at work, no matter how small, can help you get excited about completing next projects. And I think that's super important. Now, I'm not gonna go take myself out to a fine ass restaurant or like buy myself a Gucci bag or anything like that, but like for me, treating myself is like buying something that like I want but like I don't really need, but like I want it, so I'll treat myself. or treating myself to a coffee that day, or like whatever it may be. Rewarding yourself with small little things can actually just like really excite you for what you have coming, and like it's an exciting thing. It just gets you going and it reminds you like you can do this shit, you can do it, you can do it. So having a little reward system is cute, and I think can really be a psychological motivator. Another thing is that we all know when we are most productive. So for myself, I feel like I'm most productive either in the mornings when I want to wake up, or in the evenings. The afternoons are not very like my sweet spot for productivity. That's usually when I procrastinate the most. So for myself, I know that I'm most productive in the mornings or in the evenings. So I will set my schedule around those times to be able to like do the work that I gotta do, film a video, edit a podcast episode, edit for my clients. Like I will make sure that I'm working when I'm most productive rather than when I procrastinate the most, because there's like no point in that. There's no point at that point. So just know when you are most productive and set your schedule to those times. I think that makes sense. I also think having a nightly self-care routine can really benefit you. So like, I don't know what it may be, like either doing a face mask, taking a bath, reading before bed, whatever your self-care routine is, I would say to have a nightly one, because then you're going to bed refreshed, rejuvenated, and you're ready to take on the next day. If you like go to bed and like you're stressed still, and like you didn't have some time to like relax and do like really minimal things like a face mask or taking a bath, you can wake up the next morning very, very stressed. So I think just having that time like the morning before to just refresh and rejuvenate goes a long way. I'd also say another tip that I have is to avoid overload. Don't leave everything for the last minute. And as a procrastinator myself, we know that we do that a lot. I'm super guilty of this, but just try to not overload yourself and not leave every single thing to the last minute. If you leave one or two things to the last minute, whatever, like life happens, but try not to leave every single task that you have to do until the very last minute, because you will stress yourself out. I would also say to avoid too much multitask. So I like to multitask to a certain extent, but sometimes when you start too many things, you don't end anything. Like, you know what I mean? So you'll have so many things started, but you won't have anything ended. So like try your best to do one thing at a time and finish that one thing. And that will like, I don't know. It's just, if you have too many started things and unfinished, it stresses me out and it doesn't motivate me and it doesn't make me feel productive. It literally just stresses me out. So try to like start one thing, finish it, or start two things and finish it. But don't start doing like 3-4 things and then have so many unfinished projects, because trust me, it'll stress you out. And the last thing that I have for you guys today is to remember that not every single day is going to be the most productive day of your life. It might not even be productive at all, and that is okay, because as humans, like we are not trained, or we are not expected to have every single day be like productive. Like have those days to like lounge around, have those days to have fun, have those days to chill out with your family, your boyfriend, your best friend, like whoever it may be. Have those days to just relax, because not every single day is going to be productive, and that is totally okay. That's actually very normal, and that should be something that we like focus on more, because having every single day productive, have every single day like hustle culture, like it's not healthy. It's not healthy to be productive every single day. And I'm guilty of this. I was guilty of trying to be productive every day, and I just had a really big burnout. So the last tip is to just remember that we are not going to be productive every day. That is okay, and to just enjoy life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got some new tips or tricks to being productive and being motivated. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day or morning or evening or night, whatever it may be. If you guys want to stick around for the next video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join the little community that we got going on, and leave a like if you wish. Comment down below something that you do to make yourself feel productive or motivated to continue doing whatever you may be doing. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.